Welcome. Today I'm out at Bacchus Marsh following up on multiple complaints of an infestation of Freemasonic lodges plaguing this community. On the surface, it's a nice town, but on further investigation, you see this Masonic web of filth emerge. Some of you might recall I filmed a Masonic van, and that can be traced out to this area. It's very sinister. So what do we have here at Bacchus Marsh? Transport for the Freemasons. They're not even hiding it anymore. The Luciferian practices at these lodges are very alarming. People taking murderous oaths. We've seen the Duncan ritual. People are led in blindfolded. They call it coming from dark into light. And when the blindfold is taken off, there are swords at their throat. It is very dark, these rituals and these oaths. We need lodges like this removed and abolished. I'm here with Stacey, a concerned member of the community that is outraged at these Masonic lodges. So tell me your thoughts on these establishments. How do they make you feel?
They actually make me feel a bit sick to the guts, in reality. When I first moved back down here, I grew up here. When I first moved back down here, they were still building and I wasn't quite sure what it was. And I was quite disgusted. It turns out that Royal Freemasons is very, very close to where I live, and it doesn't make me feel good at all, no.
Yeah, that's understandable. And how do you feel about the oaths that are taken? It is very dishonest, would you agree?
100%. I'm all about truth, especially in politics, the judiciary system, and anywhere else. There's no point for a secret society. Why should that oath be taken above your own moral code or whatever you've signed up for? What's the point in the judiciary system swearing on a Bible when you've already taken an oath somewhere else? It's contradictory. It doesn't make sense. It's satanic. And from what I've learnt over the last year and what I've seen with my own eyes, and all the dots match up, there's nothing pure about Freemasons.
That's right. It's a global network of filthy characters that are partaking in Luciferian rituals. Do you feel that this casts a very dark shadow over the whole community?
Yeah, absolutely, it does, and I find it quite a coincidence that this one in particular had only just finished being built, and when COVID came out, so it only just finished being built. How convenient was that? That's where all the elderly people started dying, and here we are, and it was built right on top of where chimneys behind us. You can see the chimneys behind us. You'll get a shot of that later. It seems weird where they built it on, where all the kilns are, and the mill that was here. I don't know. They're just my thoughts.
Yes, it's a very suspicious facility here, and what we need in communities is proper transparency, not people engaging in cloak and dagger type rituals in secret. It's a very shady practice. We need people petitioning the removal of Masonic churches, halls and other aged care facilities that are taking place.
100%. And I just want to point out as well that a lot of these are the high up Masons. You need to be a somebody or go through the ranks to get right up. Now, if you're a Freemason currently, or you're thinking about joining and you're in your low ranks, a lot of the time the evil isn't exposed in those low ranks, and it's exposed when you get higher and higher, where the money comes in. Follow the money, follow the blood of children. If you're thinking about it, perhaps look to the heavens and think if that's the best decision that you're going to make, because you might not know where you're going to go in the afterlife. Yeah.
Yes, very good. Well said. Now, in saying that, there are some low-level Masons that are involved in charity work in their communities. They have been deceived. Unbeknownst to them, what's taking place at the higher levels is Luciferian. What would you say to some of the people, the lower-ranking members? How do you feel about them and how they've been conned into this?
What I'd say is if your heart's in a good place and your intentions are pure and honest and true, and you've been roped into the Freemasons Brotherhood, perhaps rethink it and do a little bit more research around it, and not just research from Google, research from other browsers as well, and also from a lot of people in the truth community, and a lot of victims of, especially the victims. The victim stories are the ones that matter because they experienced it and they went through that. I just want to point out as well that there's a lot of good people out there that do work for evil organisations, so I'm not pointing that out, that every single person that is involved, especially even with this Freemasons, Royal Freemasons nursing home, there's probably a lot of good people that work there, and a lot of that's not the point. What we're saying is the intention of to even build this facility, and there's a lot of evil agendas at play. We're not talking about the good people here, the ones with good intentions and good hearts that work hard for minimum wage. You do good. Just be careful with who you surround yourself with and who you work for.
That is very wise. Some people look at it as a viable career choice. They can network with people and move up the corporate and social ladder. They're not aware of some of the dark imagery and some of the dark Luciferian practices that are taking place. So, yes, it's a sad case when people are naive to what's taking place behind the scenes, isn't it?
Oh, that's right. And I was at the start too. I had...
Well, that concludes today's broadcast. Be sure to like, share and subscribe, and stay tuned to We Are Change Melbourne, where we expose corruption, secret societies and this tyrannical system.